Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Davila Watch, the series I have on my channel where we talk about Ulises Davila and his career with Wellington Phoenix here in the A-League. So, game number 15 against Melbourne City, and unfortunately the Phoenix lost 3-2 in this game. Another loss, unfortunately, but Davila did actually score. He actually made it 2-2. It's just unfortunate that Melbourne actually managed to get another goal after that, but pretty good fight back, and it's a pretty good game. A bit end to end. Phoenix were always kind of chasing the game, unfortunately, but they scored two goals, two really good goals, and they were pretty unfortunate not to get a point out of this game, in my opinion. So going into it, obviously, Davila scored the second goal. I think he's up to 6 goals now. I think he's got 6 goals and 2 assists now in 15 games, which is actually pretty good. 8 goal contributions in 15 games is pretty sick. So, you can tell that his form's pretty much back now. It took a while, I think, to kind of get going, but he seems to be scoring pretty much every game now, which is pretty standard for him. So, it's pretty decent. Don't forget, obviously, that Wellington Phoenix have actually been playing all their games in New South Wales, here in Australia, rather than Wellington in New Zealand. Mainly because the whole quarantine things going on in both Australia and New Zealand, it's too difficult to get all the other A-League teams over to New Zealand to play. So it was pretty, a pretty good decision to have Wellington play over in Australia. It means that they are the only New Zealand team, so it was pretty easy for them to come over and stay over here. But bearing in mind, even their home games, they've been away for 6 months or so, and I think that's probably playing on the players. And I have pretty much ignored that until now, but I've been really up on about it, and I think that's a pretty good reason for why Phoenix kind of had such an up and down season. They haven't been playing at home the whole time. I think if they'd been playing at home, they probably would be doing a little bit better than they actually are. So, you have to take that into account. You have to take into account the fact that some of these players have been without their families for that whole time. So it's bound to have an impact. The human side's always overlooked in football, but it must always have an impact. Davila's quite lucky. I think he has his family with him in New South Wales, but a few of the players probably don't, and it does affect the team. But yeah, like I said, Davila, I think personally is doing really well this season. He seems to clicked in, and he's pretty much scoring every game now, assisting every game. So it's a long way that continue. Obviously got a couple more games left until they come over here to Perth. I'm super looking forward to that game. I'm buying my ticket today, hopefully. So yeah, it's going to be so sick. There's something special about seeing Davila play live. As most of the Mexicans over in New South Wales will attest, it's pretty special. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that some of the Wellington Phoenix fans, the Mexico fans over there, come over here for it. It'd be super sick to say hello and meet them in person if they do. If not, there's always the future. But I hope they do come over. I hope I go over there as well. I just want to leave on the fact that there seems to be a travel bubble now in effect between Australia and New Zealand, making it possible to travel between the two countries without having to quarantine. It's a big, massive step for both countries, I think. It's a marker of how well they've both handled coronavirus. I think Australia have had it a little bit worse. Mainly, I think, because of all the people coming into Australia, all the Australians coming back home, bringing it with them. And a couple of the hotel mishaps and things over East. And obviously the one time over here as well in WA. Where we had to quarantine for a couple of weeks in February. But apart from that, Australia's handled it really well. New Zealand's handled it even better. And, it must be so relieving for people that do travel between the two countries to be actually able to manage to do it again. And speaking for Wellington Phoenix, personally, I think they're looking forward to going back and home and playing their home games at home again. Um, there is talk that they might be able to play a couple of games at home this season. I don't know whether that's actually going to happen, but it's possible, and it's looking more possible now than it has done since 2020. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty sick. Hopefully, things don't flare up again, and both countries stay on top of it, and we can move on and we can start putting COVID behind us. But yeah, so pretty good news. To end the video on. Let me know what you think of the game. Did you watch the game? Were you there? What do you think about doing the stats? 6 goals, 2 assists in 15 games. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the team. What do you think of Davila at the moment? And yes, let me know. I always reply. So yeah, take it easy, guys. I will be back next time. As I said, there's only a couple of weeks now until Phoenix play in Perth. I'm playing Perth Glory. I can't wait for the game. I'm going to be there. I'm going to document as much as I can. Obviously not with my camera, but maybe with my phone. It's going to be sick. Hopefully get to meet him again. It's going to, if not, that's cool. But just to see him play live would be so sick. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I will be making probably an extra long video about that. So yeah, take it easy, guys, and I'll be back next time. Adios.